Good afternoon, Honolulu and rest of world. Did you notice? Did you notice? The remodel of the charisumisu.com's lair is complete. Well, a man's lair is never complete, but it is a vast improvement to what it was. Yeah, some paint and some reuse of pallets and old futon frames. You know, a little bit of paint here and there. Magic happens. No, but there'll be a couple more things that I'll do over there, and I'm kind of happy with the way it turned out, if you can't tell. In this video, I thought I would talk a little bit about one of my best friends, my work stand. Now, I've mentioned this to a couple of you folks out on rides or at parties or whatnot, that if you are going to take your cycling lifestyle serious, the sooner you can get a work stand, the better. You have to have one. And I've had this discussion with a number of people before. And I remember somebody actually said to me, and I forget who it was, if you end up watching this and you want to remind me who you were or whatever. Somebody said to me, oh yeah, I just take an old tube, yeah, as an inner tube of a road bicycle wheel, and I hang it from a tree to work on it. Oh. Okay, I guess that's one way to do it. But in all seriousness, just go ahead and buy yourself a stand. And especially as you get older. If I remember correctly, this person was kind of young. Again, I forget who it was, but I think they were kind of young. And I'm pretty sure they had just started cycling. And yes, you know, I'll admit that when I first started, if I don't know I'm going to take the sport serious or whatnot, yeah, I try not to spend money on it. You know, we all do these things in life, but if it seems like something that you're going to stick with, just please buy a stand. And, you know, you can even try and find one used or something. I actually just bought some parts recently, excuse me, that I needed and wanted that were not available new anymore. So I just went to eBay. I'm not much of an eBayer, but I ordered some stuff off eBay, and actually an Amazon seller that had some used parts that I was looking for. And I was very impressed. I was most impressed with how everything was packaged. And this is both from eBay and an Amazon seller, completely different entities. And everything just came, it was so well packaged, it was all cleaned up, it was just nice, right? I was really impressed. I hadn't ordered used parts online in a while, but I was very happy with that transaction. And if you don't want to spend the money on a new stand, maybe just look for a used one or something. But this is my stand, and it's a Park, obviously a Park Tools one. I don't even remember the model number, actually. It says right here, it's a PRS-5. Quote, professional race stand, PRS-5. I don't know if they still make it. I don't know. All I do know is, as you probably do, you know, Park Tool is kind of a boutique brand. You know, I won't say exclusive or whatever. You know, it's a little bit more expensive than the cheap stuff. But in this instance, this thing has given me, going on over 10 years now, of impeccable service, right? Nothing has ever gone wrong with this thing. But I will tell you that I maintain it. And this, I add in, I think I learned this from a shop, you know, somewhere along the line. But, you know, even this little rubber guy here can scratch your stuff. So, you know, I just take one of my, if you want, you can go watch my drivetrain maintenance video, and I'll put a link at the end of the video. One of my in-waiting chain flossing old t-shirts, I just throw that in there and change it out every so often. But what I do on this thing is, I, of course, you know, I try to maintain it, right? So, you know, and I don't know, again, I haven't read a service manual on it or whatever. I just, again, for having grown up around mechanics and stuff, you know, I just pick the points that I think need lubrication, and, you know, try flow what I can and grease what I can, you know. I'm going to guess that you probably know. I'm not going to go into explanation of generally what is better with tri-flow and what's better with a bit of grease on it or whatnot, but so just maintain it, and you know, the cool thing is in this position, and this takes a little bit of work to get this guy ready to move, but in this position I put my TT bike, and when I do a TT bike video, I don't think I have yet, I'll show you that I do clamp the top tube in here, right? But I do it gently. There was a time when, you know, I remember way back in the carbon fiber stuff was just coming out, everybody was freaking out as if like it was super fragile, you were gonna break it just by sneezing on it or whatever. I remember people freaking out if you put anything but your seat post. You know, a seat post is easily replaceable, but the thought of putting a top tube in there was, oh, you can't do that. But I've been doing it forever and it works just fine. But, you know, again, adjust it, you know, so the pressure isn't that great here, you know? Yeah, so it has that adjustment. And then of course, you know, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna assume you'll trust me or whatever, but this all collapses and then this folds down, right? If you notice in my videos, I do talk a lot about having learned a lot of this stuff in apartments. And I'm always trying, even though I have tons of available space now, I'm always trying to maximize space, time, efficiency, money, you know. It's just, I guess, the way I am. But even in any small apartment that I've lived in, I've never had to store this thing collapsed, right? There's always been somewhere that I can just stash it as is. And I do hear a lot of people say that, oh, I'm not going to get a stand just because I don't have anywhere to put it or whatever. But just like shopping at Costco, which in all my videos you'll see me talk a lot about Costco, if you really think about it, I think you do have space, and you'll figure it out. But again, this is my Park Tool PRS, which is also stands for Paul Reed Smith, another of my hobbies, playing guitars or whatever. If any of you play guitars, you'll recognize PRS. I just actually thought of that. But Professional Race Stand -5, Park Tools. This thing's going on 11 years. Actually, it stays outside now, right? You can see how faded out it is. You know, parts that I don't, you know, I'm not going to lube the middle of this bolt here or whatever, but it's rusting out. But everything that I do maintain is just, it's staying perfect. I have no plan on replacing this thing anytime soon. It's running great, and you got to have a work stand, and this one, in my experience, has provided me years of impeccable service. So I hope that helps. Please get a work stand. Thanks for watching.